Okay, what is up everyone? I'm 30 and I've started playing chess, so whatever opening we play, it's always the 30-year Gambit. And I'm here to show you what life is like for a beginner chess player. I've recently climbed from 500 to 1000, and today I want to show you what being a low elo chess dummy is really like. We're going to start off in chess hell, the 500 rating, so grab a cuppa because I got some absolutely fire games for you today. Alright, jumping into 500 elo range. We've just installed chess on our phone. We're going to jump into our first game. We've got the black pieces. Let's see what we can do. Our opponent plays the king's pawn. We play the king's pawn. They get their bishop out. We get our knight out. Book moves. I'm a natural, absolute just scenes here. Perfect play. Opponent brings their queen out. Threatening checkmate here. What do? Oh, perfect. Just simple chess, ladies and gentlemen. I just needed to go for a piss, I guess, just needed to get the game over with. So, first game on chess, yep, going great, going great. So, let's try again. Let's jump into another game. This time, we've played 1 or 2 games, and yeah, let's see if we can do any better. So, we've got a typical opening here. Got the pawns out, got the knights out, and our opponent's pinning our knight, kicking them away. They're threatening the fried liver, which I've just completely missed here. I don't know, what am I just seeing a free pawn here, and I'm just happy-go-lucky guy, I guess. Yep, so we're taking that, and they're jumping their knight in, obviously. Hitting the queen, hitting the rook, and we get our queen out of the way, so we're not complete dog, but we're pretty bad. Okay, so we've lost our rook, trade off our bishops. They come in with this check, and we block, and they just take this pawn anyway. And we'll go through some moves here. This is just some fantastic gameplay here. Get some castling. They give us a check with their rook. We get out the way. They're helping their knight in, hitting our rook here. We're just seeing the... this isn't even free because the knight's defending it, but anyway, yeah, we're going through here. This is absolutely lost. We have got no rooks. We're up 1 piece, but 2 rooks down is definitely, as you can tell from the evaluation bar, it's pretty down. And what will our opponent do next? Well, the absolute mouse slip of the century, and we're back in it, and resigns. So, as you can see, just some sensational gameplay going on down here, and let's see where it takes us next. Okay, game number 3. We're all the way up at the lofty heights of 594. Our opponent's 509. I think that's a bit unfortunate. We'll see if we can get a win here. Got a pretty standard opening. 4 knights. Bishop out. Book moves. We're learning fast here. Yeah, how is this a book move? Can't he just take this? Guess we kick it away. Anyway, we are going for the fried liver, as we learnt from our opponent previously. Baltes Bandiniak sees this and gets his queen out of the way. We take anyway with the knight. I don't know why we're not checking here with the bishop, but anyway, opponent moves the rook out the way. We threaten the rook once more. They move it away. We go back in with the knight and hit it once again. And after that, we play a pawn to g4, and I have absolutely no idea what's going through my head here. But we're trying to hold on to our knight here by dropping our bishop back. Opponent's pushing forwards. we boot this knight away, which seems to have been our main plan all along. And I've just realised that our knight's hanging this whole time. So, I mean, I guess we're attacking their knight here, but he could have just taken here and taken again. So, anyway, great play here, great play. Still keeping our knight alive, so that's good news. He's closing in here, trying to trap our bishop, and we're just flying forwards with the king's pawns here. Absolute just flagrant disregard for any king safety here. So yeah, I wouldn't recommend this whatsoever. We even missed this, just the easiest fork in the world, but hey, we're 594 elo, so I'll let it slide. They trap our bishop in here. We get out the way. And our opponent hits this lovely check, thinking that they're going to be picking up a bishop. But they forgot that there is a knight sitting here on e4. And we're just going to pick up that free queen. Thank you very much. They take it back with their bishop. And after a few more moves, I don't know what I'm doing for here with the king. We're just flying forwards. We start pushing our pawns up the board. And we finish him off with this beautiful skewer from the bishop. So I'd say, you know, we're getting better. Did we win because our opponent blundered a queen? Maybe. Do we care? Definitely not. Definitely not. So, okay. 500 elo. Let's see what it's like up to the next level. Okay, fast forwarding 3 months. It's taken us that long to go from 500 to the 700s here, and we've got 3 more games from this elo range to check out. So let's jump into the first one. We've got some straight away, just terrible moves, but we're surviving. Black's taking the center here, and we're getting our queen out early, as all great chess players do. Threatening a checkmate. What does every low elo player do? Block with the pawn, and I'm proud of myself here. We've spotted this great move. We're forking the king. We're hitting the rook, and picking that up for free. And after that, we are hitting some checks. Check, 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 check. Everybody loves a check. Blocking with the bishop, getting our knight out. Guess we're looking at the castle. Our opponent gets their queen out. We've got 2 attackers. Does he see it? Does he fuck? And because he's got his bishop and his queen blocking his escape squares, it's an easy checkmate. So, we're getting the early queen attacks paying off here. Let's see if that luck continues in this next game. So we're up to 775 here, and let's see how we go. Seems like we're learning the London system here at this point. I think I did play that for a little bit. Oh! Until we, I guess my brain's like, oh, bro, easy checkmate. And yeah, there's just a knight here, so it's just I'm loving going back through these old games, honestly. Some great stuff here. Does our opponent see it? Does he fuck? So we do thankfully spot it and get our queen back, so that's good. Our opponent leaps into action with their queen's pawn. Takes, hops in his knight, hitting my queen. We get out the way. And after a few moves here, so he's attacking my queen, our opponent gets a little bit too hasty here and pushes their one defender of the knight, and we pick that up. They're just offering a free rook here. Do I see that? No. Okay. Well, oh, bishop attack. After, yeah, make me spot it. Yeah, put a piece there, and then maybe I'll see that it's free. So we'll pick that free bishop up. Thank you very much. And after another check, our opponent just resigns. So Some beautiful blunders there from both sides, but we came out on the luckier side. Okay, let's jump into game number 3. We're almost at 800 elo, so close. Let's see if we can get there. Seems we've watched some Gotham chess here. We've got the Caro-Kann.
Today you are going to learn how to play the Caro-Kann defense, which happens after white plays e4, the king's pawn, and you respond with c6.
See if we know how to play it. Yeah, defending. All looking okay here. Blocking our bishop in, not the best move. Opponent hops their knight in. And we're just trading some pieces off. He's attacking our queen. Get out the way, which is just giving him free development. You know, he's hitting our queen again as he develops a piece. Not the best, but we'll keep going. Our opponent's flying forward with their pawns. We get out the way, trading off some more material. We castle, kingside. But it's looking a little bit scary. We've got light bishop, and we've got a knight already over here, and he's still flying forward with the pawns. It's just a straight blunder, because after he takes here, the rook's just going to have some free game. They ignore the attack on the knight with our pawn and threaten the queen. We take, which is apparently we should have just let them take the queen. We have already gone down so bad so quickly here. They take with check with the knight, and this is just straight, just, you know, beginner blunders here. How does the knight move?
Let's try this one. How do knights move?
What? What the hell are you saying? I know very well how the knights move, Magnus.
And this is a game to show you that most beginners just can't quite fathom that a knight moves across 2 and up 1. And they're trying to, I don't actually know what they're trying to do here, but it doesn't matter because I've just given them the easiest royal fork. Great move, hitting the king, hitting the rook, hitting the queen. All he had to do was wait for me to remove the one defender of this square. Boom. And after that, yeah, we resign, which is fair enough. When you're getting humiliated like this, it's best just to call it a day, really, I would say. So that's 700 elo, I guess. Let's see if a few months later we get any more improvement. Okay folks, we are past the 800 elo mark and we are feeling great about ourselves after a few months more training. And this is one of the first games that I had a brilliant move, so I jumped ahead a little bit and we're just going to go through the thought process and the elation when you get that first brilliant move in your chess. So we've got our rooks pretty dominant here, we've got our queen developed, and we've learnt to keep our king safely behind his pawns. Our opponent's king a little bit less so, but let's get into it. So we help our knight into a bit of a better position here. Our opponent offers a rook trade, which we take, and they are offering a queen trade here. And I see that if I hop my knight here and here, then I'm going to be forking the king and the queen. So I don't think I really was thinking about the brilliant move here, but I saw that there was this fork opening up. And after my opponent played their rook to e1, I did actually think for a little while and came up with my first brilliant move. So you can, even though he's defending the square that we're threatening to fork on, you can still play that. And that is because if he takes with the rook, then we take the queen, or if he just moves out the way, then we're just taking it with our knight. So he's not winning either way, and he decided to take with the rook. We win his queen, and I am just up there. I'm feeling it, you know, when you get that brilliant move. And a few more moves later, we hit him with some checks, check, and we see that now that the bishop is pinned to the king, there's a nice back rank checkmate coming in, which our opponent lets us play out. So very happy with that one. Let's jump into the next game and see if we can come up with some just as good moves. So here we are, 920. We're getting up there, almost climbing to 1,000. And once again, we're playing the Caro-Kann. We've been watching far too much Gotham chess at this point, and been learning this little line that I used to play where you just keep pushing the pawns, kicking the knights away. And a few moves later, we're trading some pieces off, and we just fall into the greatest of beginner activities of losing our rook to a bishop on a long diagonal. So our opponent pushes their pawn here. We see that we've got 2 attackers. It's only got 1 defender. Easy math. It is not so easy, because as we take, our rook is becoming open to attack, and so they pick that up. And we'll fast forward a few more moves here. We're castling, we're developing our pieces, and here we've got a nice little battery of rook and queen. We're looking at their king. His pawn is currently only defended once, so our opponent defends it twice. And we're trying to gain some more ground here, trying to get some more attackers into the game. And now, this may look like a miss, but I actually had a plan here. And it turns out that you can trick bad players with bad moves. So our opponent takes the pawn, we take back with our bishop, and this was my plan all along, is that we're still threatening this checkmate, but we've removed one of the defenders by pinning it to the king with our bishop.
Hey, old man, give me everything.
Call an ambulance! Call an ambulance! But not for me!
I just thought that was really cool, and our opponent didn't see it, and we get a checkmate. And I'm sure he was thinking, what the hell just happened? So that's a pretty good feeling. Right, let's jump into game number 3. Once again, I've fast forwarded a little bit. We are a piece up in this game, and we've got some nice central pawns, but our opponent is getting close to our king with theirs. So because we're up a piece, we're looking to trade some material off. And after a few trades here, we've got our rooks nicely positioned on the board, and we're hopping our knight in, picking up these 3 pawns in the center. And what I didn't realize is that after this, our opponent can fork our rook and our knight, and usually, you know, this is bad news and you're probably going to end up losing 1 piece. But here, I didn't see this fork coming, but I did see what to do afterwards. So I'd say that's what happens at 1,000, is that you can start to think your way out of situations. And there is a great move here, if you can find it, which is to play rook to a3, pick up that pawn on the outside, and now our opponent can't take the knight, because otherwise our queen will, our opponent can't take the knight because otherwise our rook will pick up their queen, which is undefended in the center. So what do they do instead? They pick up a free pawn that they were looking at, and here's actually a pretty nice, probably fairly rare checkmate, or it is for me anyway. But our knight here is covering these 2 squares, and so all we need to do Let's bring our rook in and hit him with a back rank checkmate. So there you go, 1000 elo. The cogs, they're working. There's some activity going on in the brain, so it's good news for us. And we'll pick up another one. Right, that is all for today, folks. I hope you enjoyed that game review of some of my greatest and worst moments on my climb from 500 to 1000 elo. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button if you want to keep watching, and maybe we'll blunder our way up to 1500 as we climb even higher. So thanks, and I'll see you next time.